great afternoon. Happy and blessed Wednesday. This is actually not at my usual time, but it won't matter when the recording goes out. But I just wanted to come on here and do episode 72, The Art of Becoming Again, because it kind of cut off or didn't have sound 10 minutes in. So I hope my sound sounds better. I made sure everything's good. And yes, I'm going to repeat episode 72. And for those who are new here, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. My name is Catherine Barnett, and I go by Cat Barnett. And this is the Cat Barnett podcast. And like I said, I am just repeating an episode that I did last week, but I will still have my new episode dropping later today. But this is a prime example of, just rolling with the punches and adjusting as a champion, because champions adjust. And just thinking about and going over this topic again, the art of becoming, right? Why who you're becoming matters more than where you're going. Because the world, society will always try to speed us up, will always try to make us feel like we're not doing enough, or we constantly need to be on the go, go, go. Because success, growth, ambition, these three words dominate the modern conversation around life goals. Everywhere you look, social media, books, podcasts, someone is telling you how to achieve more, become more, and do it faster. But here's a question I really want you guys to, sit down or just take the time to really ask yourself is, who are you becoming in the process of chasing all that, right? Because at the end of the day, it's not about just reaching your goals. It's about who you have to become to get there, the person you have to transform into. So, as you're going and reaching your goals, ambition is very important to have, but you also need to be very careful and mindful because ambition can be a double edged sword. Let me explain what I mean by that. So, ambition is powerful. It gives you energy, drive, and the hunger to break free from mediocrity. But if it's not grounded in self awareness and values, it can become toxic because chasing status without substance can leave you successful on paper, but empty on the inside. So that's why I believe ambition must be paired with intentionality. Ask yourself these questions as you're chasing your goals and becoming the person you're called to be. Number one is, why do I want this? Why do you want what you want in the first place? Know your why. The second question is, who am I becoming in pursuit of this? Right? And the third one is, will I respect myself once I get there? Once I reach my level of success, will I respect myself? And the last question I want to leave with you guys to ask yourself on your journey of who you're becoming is, will I um will I respect myself, and will I be proud of myself on how far I've came? And if you don't like the answers to those questions, it might be time to pivot. So keep those in mind. And I want to really give you guys tips and advice on how you can fall in love with the journey, the process of who you're becoming, and why it's important to also fall in love with the journey of where you're going. So, you know, the first tip and advice I want to give to you guys is stop obsessing over the outcome. We live in a results driven culture and society, metrics, milestones, money, just to name a few. We're taught to obsess over what we want, the dream car, the six-figure income, the status. But those things are fragile and can be taken away when we die and leave this earth. And they can be delayed or change as we grow. So, what you can control more than anything is the process. It's the process, y'all. It's the daily habits, the mindset you cultivate, and the character you develop along the way. All those things cannot be taken from you. And those are the things that truly matter. If you fall in love with those things and with that, you'll always win, no matter how long success takes. Because remember, y'all, the truth is outcomes don't shape people, processes do. And I also want you guys to I really want to encourage you guys that on this journey, you have to, and the second bullet point that leads me to is you have to become the person who can even carry the dream. We often hear act as if or visualize the outcome, but not enough people talk about the deeper work, becoming the kind of person who can actually handle the success that you're chasing after. And let me just know if you guys are getting value from this. Great morning, great morning. And yes, let me know if you're watching live. What put a R for replay when you watch this on my YouTube channel. But I'm so happy and glad if you're here live. And yeah, becoming the kind of person who can actually handle the success you're chasing. So you want to be a CEO? Then you must become someone who can lead, sacrifice, and make tough decisions under pressure. You want to be wealthy financially? Then you must become someone disciplined enough to manage money, not just earn it. It's all about saving. And you want deeper relationships in life that mean something and that you truly treasure and value, then you must become someone vulnerable and trustworthy and emotionally present. So you have to also give and become the person that you want others to become in your life, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense and you're getting what I'm putting down. And the third one is, master the inner game, because most of life and much of life is mental. It's a mental game. So I always even tell the girls that I'm coaching, 12, 13, 14-year olds, you have to um, master your mindset. You have to get mentally tough, right? You have to build that. It's like a muscle. It's something that doesn't just happen overnight. It's a skill. You have to constantly um speak life into yourself, speak positivity, be optimistic in life, because we live in a very broken, dark world where if you're not very intentional or guarding your mind and your heart, anything and everything will just flow into it. And not everything is good. So you have to really have discernment, have your blinders on, and be focused, because the biggest battles aren't with the economy or your competition or the job market. They are your own doubt, your own fear, and procrastination. So developing mental strength is, in my opinion, a non-negotiable. Build emotional endurance. Learn to show up even on bad days or on the days when you don't feel like it. If you can master this, you're changing the game, because most of the time we won't have the motivation, but that's when the discipline has to kick in. Number two, in just this mental strength aspect, is train focus. In a world full of distractions, attention is currency. Time is currency. You have to learn how to mute out distractions. As you can see, I am on here very earlier than I show up, because I made a promise and a commitment to myself that I didn't like my episode 72. So I was going to come back on here before episode 73 and just rerun it and make it do it to the best of my ability, but also wanted to provide you guys with the best value and the best sound that I can. So that required, sacrifice, me getting up earlier to do this, but I'm willing to do what it takes and limit out the distractions. If I let the distractions get in the way, I wouldn't have ever started podcasting to begin with. So you have to learn how to train your focus and minimize distractions. And the last one is practice patience. And I think this is so big because, like I said, we're in a world full of go, 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 grind, grind. Everybody's always in a rush, always busy. So overnight success is usually 10 years in the making. So when you learn how to just be overly aggressive but still patient, um that's going to change the game for you. Like, still building, still, having that consistency, but knowing that this is not microwave success, that nothing's going to just be handed to you overnight, and to enjoy the process, whether that will take 5-10 years. That's something that is going to be very, very beneficial to you, because when you master your inner world, the outer world begins to align. And when you're in alignment, everything flows easily and naturally, and you can eat easily and more naturally become the person that God called you to be. So the last tidbit and advice I want to leave you guys with, before I, bring it in for a landing, is the journey is the destination. And I'm going to repeat that again so y'all understand what I'm putting down. The journey is the destination. So it may sound, cliche or sometimes corny, but the older you get, the more this becomes real. The journey is where life happens, y'all. The journey is what we need to fall in love with, because that ordinary day that you went for a run, even though it was raining or cold outside, that's gonna build you up and enjoy. That's gonna build your character. That's gonna build your resilience and your strength. Or that week that you studied, even though you were tired, if you're a student or just studying for a test, or that night you journaled instead of just doom scrolling on social media. All of these small acts help shape your identity. They're that quiet proof that you're evolving, and evolution is the most reliable form of success that there is. And I believe that, as I'm wrapping this up, is, it's in the focus on the becoming, not just achieving. Stop asking yourself, when will I get there? And start asking yourself instead, who am I becoming as I move forward, as I continue to grow and chase my dreams? Who am I becoming? And I believe if you ask yourself, this will help you get rid of anxiety. This will help you keep your nerves intact. And I believe it helps keep you grounded in conclusion to it all. So, like I said, in a fast paced world, in a chaotic world, the real edge belongs to those who understand this truth. Becoming the best version of yourself is the most valuable goal, because once you become the person that God created you and called you to be, you can create the life you want. You can create what God ordained for us, which is freedom to really create things. We were called and chosen to be builders and creators and artists, not to just go through the motion and give and just take whatever life hands to us. So don't just dream about what you want to have, become who you were meant to be, and let everything else just follow. So, in conclusion to this, fall in love with the journey, fall in love with the process on who you're becoming. And I hope you guys got value from this. I hope you guys um, could hear me clearly this episode. I know we were having technical difficulties with sound last time. And yeah, I'm just grateful and blessed every week to come on to you guys. And even the person that I've grown to be and that I'm still continuing to grow into, it's just a blessing. And I don't take it for granted. So I just want to thank you guys for always tuning in, leaving comments, and on my YouTube channel. And I truly believe on the journey of who I'm growing into and becoming. Um, this is just the start. The best is yet to come. And I'm so excited that 2026 is already here in my book, guys, in my calendar. So I can't wait to continue showing up for you guys and uh, just bringing value, bringing the knowledge and the wisdom that I keep continuing to obtain myself. So continue to be on the lookout. And anyone who has any questions or ever want to just talk one-on-one with me, DM me. I'll start dropping my calendar link sometimes as well in here, so that we can tune in on who you're becoming, who do you want to grow into, and let's propel and build momentum into this 2026 year on becoming the best version of ourselves. And if you need help doing that, like I said, don't hesitate to just shoot me a message. And yeah, as always, uh, God bless you guys. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. I mean, we're bright and early, so enjoy the Wednesday and have an even better week. And peace, love, and blessings as always. And see you guys next Wednesday. Peace.